What's going on? Epic Bongzilla here, and today I'm bringing you another build for Diablo on the 2.4 patch. This one might be my very favorite build that I've come up with by far. I call it the Slash and Bash Crusader build, and this shit is just ridiculously nasty. This build commonly hits for trillions of damage. Trillions, not billions, trillions. And it's just fucking fun, and it utilizes the shield bash ability. And here you see me just fucking around in a Reggie T10 Rift, because I wanted you to just see how dumb, stupid, powerful this build is in regular T10. I mean, you literally 1 to 2 shot every enemy, no matter who they are, what they are. It's just hilarious. You're about to see this Rift boss get scraped. I tried to like pull him away so like I could just fight him, but they were all mobbing deep. But as you can see, all these enemies kind of just get a quick, crispy one-shot, and it cracks me up. So I'll be sharing this build with you. So you see it right there, the Rift Guardian got pooped on. And I didn't even have the shield glare buff on, so I probably could have done it a lot better. And then all these fucking goblins were running around, so I mopped deep on them a little bit, but I got tired of it. So after I mop up some of these goblins, I'll explain how the build works, what you need, because this shit is nasty.
Patience.
So what you're gonna need, first off, you have to have Sever. It's a Sever build. It makes a big deal in the damage. It's the reason you're hitting for trillions of damage is the Sever specifically. So you're gonna have Sever. I have a Mage Fist for the hands. You don't have to have the Mage Fist. It's just like the only thing I could put there because this is a Litany Wailing Host build. So yeah. I then have the Deathwatch Mantle, which, since this is a shield bash build, we're going to be in close all the time, so that little spike AoE is going to be pretty useful. I have the Achilles Cuirass on for the chest plate. You're not always at max resource, so it's not necessarily the best, but it works. Leoric's Crown with a purple gem just to make you tankier, because you are going to be up in the shit. The Countess Yulia's cameo, and this is just to help you tank because those arcane lasers are annoying, and it's pretty beast when they're just saying they're healing you. I then have the Ancient Parthian Defenders. These are basically the same shit, just tanking. You then need the Pyro Morella. This is a big deal because it's for our shield bash attack. It gives you 50% bonus damage. You're going to want the Wailing Host and the Litany of the Undaunted. For the boots, I have the Firewalkers, which just some extra AoE damage. And they also help with something else I'll explain later on. And the Depth Diggers for our slash attack, giving us 92%. Well, it can be up to 100%, but mine just had 92. And then the Omni Slash Belt, which makes our slash attack much more powerful as well. Slash and the Shield Bash being my favorite attacks on the Crusader, so I utilize them. You're going to want Slash with Crush as your primary attack. Well, it's not really your primary, but you need it for resource regeneration. That's why we have the Omni Slash on and all that. You're then going to want Shield Bash with Pound. This is your primary damage right here. And when you see yourself hitting for trillions of damage, it's coming off of this paired with the Sever. Steed Charge with Endurance. This is more just for mobility. You could actually replace this with like some other buff if you like. Akarat's Champion and Firestarter. Doesn't have to be Firestarter. I just do it for the extra 460% damage. Shield Glare and Divine Verdict, which you'll be using a lot with the Bane of the Trapped, giving you much more DPS. Laws of Valor and Critical, once again a DPS bonus for our shield bash. You're going to want Towering Shield, Fervor, Indestructible, which is just OP Indestructible, but yeah. Finery. And then in the cube you want Scourge for DPS when we're hitting with the shield. Draken's Lesson, more DPS for the shield. And Broken Promises. This ring works very interestingly with the firewalkers because they don't really do crit damage. So basically, if you're standing in a mob and the firewalkers hit them a couple times, you're basically guaranteed crits, which is kind of cool. So what you see right here is me in a Greater Rift 70. Now, despite the fact that this build hits for trillions of damage as the Greater Rifts go up, it can't handle like that because it singles out, or it's meant for singling out targets, basically. If you're going into super high rifts, you're definitely going to want a team mobbing with you because it's kind of like the knife throw build where you attack one enemy at a time to do the most damage. So it is kind of limited. But if you're just playing like in T10, you're going to rape everything. If you're playing from Greater Rift 1 to 70, you're going to just breeze through it, no problem. And it's just a fun build. Like I said, this is it in a 70. It's not... The problem is that it hits for trillions, but the Sever reaches like a limit where it can't like be as OP because... For the Sever to proc, the enemy has to be below half health. It's a killing blow type of ability you're using, so obviously when the enemies become more tanky, it cannot proc as well. So yeah, the build is hella OP, but at the same time, it can't hang as high as some of the other builds out there, which is disappointing, but I've never actually seen a build hit for over 100 trillion damage. I've even seen it hit for a quintillion damage, or quadrillion, excuse me, quadrillion damage, which is ridiculous. But I mean, I don't know if there's any other builds out there that can hit for a quadrillion, 100 trill to quadrill, but I'm not sure. Here you see me just you kind of just rape rip bosses still. I mean, this is at a 70, and I'm just sitting here chipping it with shield bashes, which is kind of funny. That's all. This build's pretty beast in my opinion, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I've never seen anything like it on Diablo fans or YouTube, so I wanted to get it out there. And like I said, if you like seeing diesel damage, and I mean hundreds of trillions, roll with this build because it's fucking fun. Like usual, it's been Epic Bongzilla. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, hit me with a like, hit me with some comments, follow me on Twitter. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.